Hello everybody, today we are celebrating National Donut Day and I am so pumped, and we are here at Epcot celebrating National Donut Day by none other than riding Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind once again. Okay, I'm kidding. That's not how we're going to celebrate Donut Day, although we are going to ride Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind again because you can't come to Epcot and not ride Cosmic Rewind. I mean, hello? We are actually here because we're going to try every single donut that we can find in the park today. We're going to try all the donuts at one time. I don't know how this is going to go because the last donut episode we did, I couldn't eat for a week. And I had to roll around the park the rest of the day. So stay with us. It should be very awesome, very glazy, very cakey. I don't know. What are other words to describe donuts?
Sweet.
Sweet? Oh, that would have been a good one. I should have let you do that. It's going to be really sweet.
Maybe.
Let's head in. We are 5 hours late for our virtual pass. So we're going to find out whether or not this works. We've been telling people this works. We've tried it before, but we haven't tried being this late. So we are about to test it right now. We are in what I think is the coolest room in the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind line. Don't you feel like this is the coolest room?
Yeah. And we're blue.
We're very blue. I'm excited to ride this ride again. We literally ride it every day. But today we actually had a reservation about 5 hours ago, and we had a dining reservation. So we came over here and we said, hey, can we? We're not going to be able to make our time slot, our virtual queue time slot. Can we come later? And they said yes. So we actually tested it out. We're 5 hours past our window, and they let us in. Now, this time, unlike last time we were like an hour late, and our thing, the ring still lit up green when we put our passes up there, and it let us in. This time it lit up blue. And the cast member had to look on her little iPad, and she punched the button and says, you guys are good to go. So we tested it out. Like, we were like 5 hours past our window. They still let us in. So that just confirms that you should try to be here during your window, but you don't need to panic if you've got dining reservations or you've got some other issue. And you can see the whole room just change colors. And there was some singing happening behind us.
Now we're blue again.
And it's back to bluish purple. So let's ride Cosmic Rewind. So this is the longest we've ever waited for this ride.
It's crazy.
By
For
far.
any ride.
And I don't even think we've waited this long for Rise of the Resistance, ever. We've been in line for an hour and a half. We finally made it to the front. And from what we understand, somebody barfed on the ride. And threw up like all over one of the cars, so then they had to clean it, but they couldn't really clean it that well because it was taking too long. So then they just started sending that car through, and now they're not loading it. They haven't been loading that car. So basically, as you can see, there's a car sitting right here, and they are going to send that car with nobody in it. And that keeps happening. We've been watching that over and over again. So unfortunately, that is making it take a really, really long time. So once again, people are reporting a lot of motion sickness on this ride. So if you have any sensitivity to motion sickness, I highly recommend you skip this ride.
Which is weird because I do, and it does not bother me at all.
Or take a Dramamine or something. Yeah, but I don't know why either. She usually gets sick on like weird, like spinny weird rides. Don't get it on this, but a lot of people keep reporting it. So I would say be careful on this ride because, it seems to be happening a lot. Well, I gotta say, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind never disappoints. We've ridden it, I think, like 10 or so times now. I don't even know, a bunch of times. And we've only gotten 3 songs total. We've gotten the same 3 songs all 10 times. So I don't know, it's pretty crazy. I still want to hear the other songs and see if it makes a big difference on the actual ride or not, if it makes the experience different. But so far, it's just been a party every single time. So I don't know that the song's going to make that much difference. We're heading over to, I think we're going to head now to the Donut Box, which is actually part of the festival, the Flower and Garden Festival. It's always part of the festival. Every festival they have Donut Box is always part of the festival, and they just always have different stuff. We actually haven't tried any of the Flower and Garden Festival donuts or any of the food here at Donut Box at all. This festival for some reason. I don't know, we just haven't come over. So now's the day. Today is the day to hit up the donuts. And I'm about to stuff my face with some donuts. All right, we just rolled up to the Donut Box here at the Flower and Garden Festival. And lo and behold, it was called the Sunshine Griddle. The Donut Box doesn't even exist at this festival. What was I doing? What? We're here for National Donut Day and they don't even have any donuts. Like, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna have to find things that are like donuts, I guess. So, luckily, I don't know, what was I doing? I thought this was always the Donut Box. Yeah. Apparently that's why we haven't gone to the Donut Box, because it's not here. Good one. So, we're gonna have to call an audible. We're calling an audible, we're calling an audible, we're calling an audible, we're calling an audible. Remember how you just learned that audible is an actual word like a year ago or something?
Yes.
And she still was like, I don't think that's a word. I'm like, it's a word. Anyway, so we got a little lucky because Sunshine Griddles did at least have something donut-like. They had something called the Cinnamon Roll Bites. I mean, that's pretty close to a donut, I feel like. Check it out. So, I mean, it looks pretty decent. I don't know. I don't know what that is on top, just like an icing or something? Ooh, like a cream cheese icing. Is that bacon?
Candied bacon.
Oh, this is sounding better and better. This is sounding better, like more and more like better than a donut all the day. And I'll be honest, this is one of the worst places to stand for doing videos, and every time we stand here, I always say, why do we stand here? Because Test Track literally goes by like every 15 seconds. And there it is again. So every time you hear that, that's Test Track going by, ruining our whole video. How dare they have a super fun ride near our videotaping? Anyhow, wow, we're really going off the rails here already. It's because, see, I'm having to stretch this out now because there's no donuts. I gotta fill time. I gotta find something that's. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, check this out though. This actually looks pretty good. You gonna grab one? I'm actually feeling like this is better than the donut would have been because honestly, Donut Box's donuts have not been very good. That one was pretty decent, but most of them I feel like aren't very good. So let's give it a rip.
The bacon, it doesn't taste like candy. It's just regular bacon.
What's that on the inside? I don't know. There's something on the inside there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like some sort of cream or something. It does not say that on the menu.
No.
Anywhere. It just said cream cheese icing and candied bacon and a cinnamon roll. I don't know what this weird stuff is on the inside. Honestly, I don't like it. I don't like the inside cream at all. It doesn't. This would have been so much better without the cream. Because I actually really like the donut, the whatever it is, the cinnamon roll pastry, and everything else. But I don't like the cream in the middle.
And why doesn't it say what it is?
I mean, I'm gonna keep eating it.
I ate mine, but
I really don't like it though.
I don't like the texture of it. There's too much of it, whatever it is.
Epcot, man, you don't need to be putting everything on. You need to be putting everything.
It doesn't say. Because it's definitely not the cream cheese icing, because the cream cheese icing is what's on top.
Yeah. So overall, this was $4.50. Would be much better without the cream in the middle, in my opinion.
And the bacon is not candied, it's just regular. I mean, it has some of the sugar and cinnamon on it from just being in the little boat thing, but it's not like candied bacon.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's just bacon.
Yeah. It's like bacon bits.
So anyway, there's not really a whole lot left to say on this one. It's not the best.
Yeah.
It would be 1,000 times better without the cream. Anyway, moving on. I guess we are going to head into the World Showcase now on the hunt for donuts. I don't really know that there are any donuts in the World Showcase as far as I remember. I mean, I guess there's one or two. So yeah, our job just got a lot harder here. Finding donuts on National Donut Day at Epcot. Well, friends, it looks like we're going to have to call an audible on top of our audible because Epcot was a complete bust when it came to donuts.
It really was.
I mean, absolute bust. I mean, kind of my fault. Like, I really thought Donut Box was going to be a win for us. Apparently, hey, you know what? You live, you learn, I guess. Can't know everything. Yeah, so we're going to have to, I think we're going to go somewhere else. We even tried Joffrey's. I was like, well, we could at least go to Joffrey's. They got a bunch of donuts. They had no donuts. None. I've never even seen them not have any donuts. So, apparently there's a donut shortage at Epcot. So we are, I think, going to head to Disney Springs. We probably should have just went to Disney Springs to begin with because we know there's donuts at Disney Springs. Now, I can't wait.
Krispy Kreme, but
yeah,
there's
we
probably
could.
a long line for that.
Yeah, we could go to Krispy Kreme. Well, let's try Disney Springs, so that way at least when we get stomped out at Disney Springs and there's no donuts there either, we'll at least have something to do. This episode just keeps getting better and better, I gotta say. It is now starting to rain, just to add insult to injury. And we now have a tropical storm approaching Orlando, and it's supposed to hit tomorrow afternoon. So we got that going for us. Super psyched about that one. Woohoo! Yeah. So we're gonna get out of here. We gotta head to Disney Springs, but I mean, we might be getting soaked the whole time. We're just gonna have to do it though. We gotta find some donuts. We gotta find some donuts. But man, I ain't gonna lie, this episode really is turning out to be kind of a disaster. I really didn't think this one through very well. We are heading into the zoo that is about to be Disney Springs on a Friday night. Hopefully, before it rains. The downpour is coming. It says it's supposed to start pouring here in a couple of hours. And it's already started sprinkling, so usually it is a complete zoo here on Friday nights. But honestly, I feel like the parking lot wasn't that bad. And I'm not really seeing like a huge, I don't feel like there's a huge line of people getting in through security. Maybe the rain's keeping people away. All right, I gotta put my video camera away now though, because you're not allowed to have it like out and recording when you walk through security. So catch you on the flip side. Heading into Disney Springs from the Orange Garage, which is typically our preferred garage that we come into. Takes us over here on the west side by Coca-Cola, Planet Hollywood, AMC Theaters. And we know there is an Everglazed over here on this side, so there's guaranteed to be donuts. I hope. I guess I shouldn't say guaranteed, because so far this day has not gone to plan. Now, I'll be honest, we could have stopped and got the bomboloni at the Italian booth for the Flower and Garden Festival. But honestly, the Italian booth is always so bad or so expensive and both expensive and bad. I couldn't do it. And we've had those bomboloni there before, and I feel like they're always basically the same, and they're not very good. So we decided to kick Epcot and head over here. But we technically could have gotten the bomboloni. We made it to Everglazed, and walking up, I noticed this sign right here that says Happy National Donut Week. It's a sweet celebration, so let's see what they've got. Looks like they have a few special donuts today. I'm gonna have to grab some of them, and look how cute it is. It's all decorated in here. They got this little archway of balloons going all out. After multiple hours in several locations, we finally found some donuts. Believe it or not. And it's not even raining yet. Yet. It was sprinkling a little bit, but it's gone now. So we're here. So we got a couple of things at Everglazed. They were having a National Donut Day/week. And they had a couple of donuts that we wanted to give a shot. So the first one that I want to show, they actually had what's called the Everglazed Icon Donut. So this is their like iconic donut that's on their box. Like their logo basically for Everglazed Donuts is this donut. Check it out. Kind of reminds me of a big pink, but it's a big blue. I'm going to give it a go. Yum! I love this donut. It really just tastes like a glazed donut, which I am a huge glazed donut. Like just the straight glazed donut for me is probably probably my favorite donut. And to me, that's just a straight glazed donut within this like delicious frosting with sprinkles on it. It's like a light frosting. You didn't like it?
No.
She thought it was busted.
It was wet. I don't like the. You know when glazed donuts are wet?
I do agree. And you know what? They literally just pulled a tray out, so I'm not sure why the glaze at Everglazed melts. Like we just got this.
Yeah.
It's so odd to me too because we did an Everglazed versus Voodoo Donuts episode. I'll link to it in the description. Check that out because that's a real homage to National Donut Day. I mean, it's literally like donut. It's a fun episode. We go through so many donuts. Check it out. I'll link to it below, down there in the description. Click it and take a look because it's a fun episode. The glaze on those was great. Like it was like nice and crusty, like crusty glaze. It wasn't wet.
Yeah.
This glaze is definitely wet, and I don't know what's the deal. And I do think whenever we get Everglazed donuts and we take it home, even if it's like perfect when we get it, if we put it like the next day, it's done.
Yeah.
Like it's inedible. You can't even eat the donut the next day. It's like and it comes in these clear plastic containers or a box if you get a bunch of them, and there'll just be a pool of glaze sitting in the box or on the bottom. There will be no glaze on the donut anymore. I'm like, what's up with that? So I agree, it is melty right now, which I'm not a fan of. I feel like they just made these, but they do need to figure out something with their glaze because I do not dig that at all. But overall,
because their glaze does not last forever. It is not forever glaze.
it's definitely not. Oh, that's a good one. Good. That's yeah. It's not. It's definitely not Everglazed.
It's like not
It's
even.
like
a second
Tempa
glaze.
glazed.
Yeah.
That's what we should rename that. Tempa glazed. Because it's definitely not
It's not good.
Everglazed. So we're gonna set that one aside. But I actually thought the flavor was fantastic. I do like their glaze there. Their glazed donut, the flavor. I just don't like that it melts. Show this one because this is her baby over here. Oh, yum! That looks so good.
So I got a blueberry cake donut, which I love blueberry cake donuts. I'm pretty sure I've already had one from here, and I loved it.
Have you?
Sure.
I don't think you have.
I'm pretty sure I have.
We've had the pumpkin one.
Yeah, maybe that.
I don't think we've had the blueberry. They've never had the blueberry.
Oh.
But it's a special one. She pretty much only likes cake donuts. I'm more of a yeast donut person. I don't want to try this, but I do like. Everglazed has good. They have like one cake donut per day,
It's the best donut they have. If you ever want to get a donut, just get the cake.
but their cake donuts are good.
I love the way they're fried or
Yeah.
whatever they are. I think they're fried.
That like crust. They know how to make a cake donut.
Yeah.
They needed to make more cake donuts. I think they're better than their glazed donuts. I really do.
Way better. They're really heavy though. Like I wouldn't want to eat this whole thing. I probably could, but I'd be like sick after it.
Yeah.
But it tastes good. The way it's cooked is perfect.
Man, their cake.
Yeah.
And I don't even like cake donuts that much. I'm much more of a glazed, like a yeast donut. But their cake donuts, man, they know how to make a cake donut. That pumpkin cake donut
Yeah.
in the Everglazed versus Voodoo, that pumpkin donut was the best pumpkin donut thing I've ever had in my life. By far. Like, it was amazing. And this might be the best blueberry cake donut I've ever had in my life.
Donut Spot in Fairfield, Ohio. Shout out. Is better. But
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
this
so.
is flavor-wise, it's better.
I think
The
this
way
needs more
is-
glaze.
The way this is cooked is better, but the flavor-wise, Donut Spot's better.
I think this
We're
needs
not
more
talking about
glaze.
Donut Spot.
How come the glaze on this one is like nice and like shiny and firm? Like it's not melting at all.
Yeah.
The glaze on this.
This is cooked differently.
I don't understand why. Like this is the glaze that needs to be on that.
Yeah.
But it does need more. I feel like it needs more glaze on it. Anyway, I feel like we got our fix. We finally got a fix of donuts.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm gonna eat a little bit more of this. We haven't even had dinner yet though. We probably
Yeah.
should grab something to eat. So what I'm gonna do is eat all this, and then we're gonna eat something salty because after all the sweetness, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna need some sort of salt. But Donut Day was a smashing success. Nothing went wrong at all.
Everything went wrong.
It was rough. It was rough. So thank you, Everglazed Donut, for coming through in the pinch on National Donut Day, because otherwise we weren't going to have a donut episode. I was literally just going to have to throw this whole can in the fire. Like, this whole episode was just going to have to go straight in the dumpster. So luckily we managed to find some donuts. We called the audible, switched it over, and it ended up being a pretty fun day. We rode a few more rides at Epcot while we were there before we left. Had a good time, got some donuts. Hope you've enjoyed National Donut Day travesty that was this episode. Hope you got some donuts yourself. If you're watching this and you forgot it was National Donut Day and you didn't go and get any donuts, go get some donuts right now. It's always a good day for donuts. Just go grab one out of the, maybe you have some in the pantry, maybe you have some in your fridge. I don't know why you would, but, or run out and grab some. So thanks again for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. You know the drill. Hit that notifications below so you get our videos when they drop. There will be another awesome video tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Until we see you again tomorrow, the Noble Way.
It's the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.